Oh, baby. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, chat. Oh. Woo. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here with the Mo Racers. We are back in action here for some more Monday Night Mayhem as these drivers are loaded into the sim with the 360 sprint cars live from Lernerville Speedway. So we're going to get ready for some wicked racing action. The high banks here at Lernerville making some awesome racing action around the track.
Let's
go! See that high bank up there on the high side of these corners. One little mistake, one slip up, these drivers go over that bank and can go for a wild ride, especially with these 360 sprint cars out on the racetrack as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here in just a few more moments. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. You guys are ready for a show. Let's go, baby. Let's go, chat. Oh, this is going to be good. Woo! Oh! Oh, man,
Let's
a good
go.
field here tonight as well. Yo, Mitchell Howell, what is good, Mitchell? What is good, my boy? Number 93, let's go, Mitch. Let's go, homie. Oh! Let's get it, yo. Mr. Ronnie Hartley Jr., what is good, Ronnie? What is good, my boy? Yo, Jared Jackson coming in with that like as well. What is good, Jared? Yo, Wayne Pierce, my boy Wayne in the house. What is good, Wayne? Wayne Pierce coming in with that like and the share. What is good, my boy? What is good, homie? No Sutton, no Sutton. Sutton's here. Sutton's here, Ronnie. Sutton's here. He's fast. He's fast. He's top of the speed charts right now, man. He's fast. He's so fast. Yo, Tony, what's good, whippersnapper? Mr. Tony Whipperman coming in, showing that love as well, smashing that like. What is good, my boy? What is good, homie? Yo, Dakota Elliott, Dakota coming in with that like on the stream. What is good, Dakota? Wayne saying, go get him, Skylar. Go get him, Mr. Skylar Pruitt. Skylar's looking good out there. I don't know. I don't think these 360s are quite his jam, but he's looking good. He's looking good. I feel like he's going to be a threat to try to do something out there on the racetrack. I feel like he'll be half decent. I feel like he's going to have a good run here tonight. Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, heat race number 1 about to get underway. We're about to get ready to go green flag racing. Yo, what is good, Richard? What is good, Mr. Murtaugh? Mr. Murtaugh coming in, showing that love as well. What up, big guy? What is good, my boy? Wayne says dark horse. I would classify him as a dark horse winner in this one. 100% dark horse winner in this one. I feel like a lot of these guys are still pretty good. Not awesome, but not bad in these things. But these guys are always putting on a great show for us. Where is the suit at? Oh, I know, right? No suit tonight. No suit tonight. We're just in our Peacemaker Gaming shirt. We just got our Peacemaker Gaming shirt on. Just rocking and rolling. Just a nice easy night, you know, just a nice easy night as we're going to get ready here for heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 about to get underway here and starting on the pole in this one. In the 8 ride, that is Michael B. Harris. To his outside in the 9A, it's that Dirt Draft Dirt Hustlers number 9A of Brad Almond. Starting inside of row number 2 in the 3 machine, that is Flying Divine, and to his outside in the 33 ride, that is Blaze Burwell. Starting inside of row number 3 in the 38 machine, that is Shane Gillum, and to his outside in the 21 ride, that is Bill Nicholson. And starting at the rear of the field in that 96 ride, that is Skylar Pruitt. So we got 7 drivers getting ready to go to battle here as we're about to get ready to rock and roll. I'm on vacation. Shoot me a message every once in a while. Don't be a stranger. Absolutely, Richard. Absolutely, my boy. As we are green flag racing here from Lernerville Speedway. Quickly, Brad Almond up on the high side, putting that pedal to the metal as he leads lap number 1 in that all-out graphics number 9A ride. Blaze Burwell right there behind him as Burwell trying to catch up to the back bumper here of that 9 ride. Let's quickly Blaze up into position number 2 as you see that 96 rider Skylar Pruitt already up into 4th here. So Pruitt from the rear of the field up into position number 4. He's going to jump up into position number 3 as we have one driver down the racetrack. That's Blaze Burwell. Burwell down off the racetrack here. We're going to see if we can get a good look at him as he's coming back onto the track right there as our leaders still coming down and through corner number 3 and 4. But man, oh man, oh man, that was a scary looking ride there for that 33 rider Blaze Burwell as he sent it off the racetrack in corner number 1 and 2. Now we see another driver going over. Christian Devine almost sends it over the end. We see Skylar Pruitt also off the side of the racetrack here as well. That's the thing about Lernerville. One simple mistake, driving it in there just a little bit too far. You can send it over the edge of the racetrack in a quick hurry. Skylar's going to do it again. He's going to back it down the hill. Still no caution flag on the racetrack. We're going to let these drivers roll it out here for the heat races as these guys continue to run these laps. Still out in front, it's the 9A ride of Brad Almond as Almond continues to lead the way. Bill Nicholson right there in position number 2 though. Bill having himself a great run up there in position number 2 in that B2D Manufacturing number 21 ride as the checkered flag is going to fly here. Brad Almond and the 9A ride is going to pick up heat race win number 1. Bill Nicholson, Michael B. Harris, Flying Divine, Shane Gillum, Blaze Burwell, and Skylar Pruitt rounding out our field here in heat race number 1 as a little bit of mayhem there. We saw, I don't even know, 5, 6 cars go off the edge of the racetrack there. Woo! They got to hang on to them. They got to hang on to them, man. These sprint cars in this racetrack are always a little bit of a handful, especially once this track really slicks off. These things are wild to try to hold on to, and makes for some wicked racing action. How about them Chiefs last night, my guy? Hey, man, that was a great game. A great game. I feel like it ended. I mean, that's football, though, man. That's football with the clock and everything else, and, you know, that's how they got to win it. That's how they got to win it. They got to do what they got to do. But, I mean, a great game nonetheless, man. A great game nonetheless. A couple good powerhouses going at it. Full throttle, not backing down from each other. That was some wicked football. The only game I watch all year. Right there. It's the only game I watch. Yo, Skylar Pruitt, Johnny Nolan coming in, smashing those reactions. Scott Dobbs, Mr. Dobbs coming in, showing that love as well, smashing that like. Austin Marshall coming in with that like in the share. Richard Murtaugh coming in, smashing that like as well. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to get ready here for heat race number 2. These drivers out onto the racetrack as we're going to get ready for the second heat race of the evening. And starting on the pole in this one, in that 17 ride, it's the Mull Racers machine of Jeremy Sutton. Into his outside in the Peacemaker Gaming number 93 ride, that is Mitchell Howell. Starting in position number 3, the bottom side of row at number 2 in the 82, that is Chris Hubble. Into his outside in the 73 ride, that is Lewis Edinger. And bringing up the rear of the field in position number 5 in the 19 ride, that is Jesse Lewis. And we're missing Camden Johnston, as Johnston is supposed to be out on the racetrack as we are green flag racing. Jeremy Sutton going to send it in way down low. He's going to slide up the racetrack as he's going to clear that 93 ride down the backstretch into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. Sutton is going to lead lap number 1 as Howell still right there trying to catch up to the back push bar of that 17 ride as now Howell goes over the banking. Howell down off the side of the banking. He's going to go down the hill here as well, and a tough break there for that 93 ride as he's going to go down the hill as well. And there we go, we see another one. Lewis Edinger going down the racetrack here as well. Parked the wrong direction here. Man, that's going to create some mayhem here in our A-Main feature event. These drivers are really going to have to try to hang on to these things, and we see another one go off the banking. What is going on here, chat? What is going on here? These guys are having a lot of issues here, especially in corner number 2, man. These guys are having a heck of a time. We're going to get a good look right here as you just see, just comes in a little bit too high, and that right rear goes over the banking and kind of just pulls that race car right off the track and down the hill here. Luckily enough, everyone so far been able to keep all 4 tires on the racetrack. Man, these guys have created a lot of mayhem, and out in front it's Jeremy Sutton as Sutton leads the way. Sutton out in front, showing these guys how to get it done, showing them that, you know what, you don't have to be right up there on the extreme high side. You can run down through the middle, down on the bottom side here, and keep that ride planted on the racetrack and not go over the banking, as we're going to see that white flag fly one more time down into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. It's going to be the 17 ride of Jeremy Sutton picking up heat race win number 2. Chris Hubble coming home in second. Mitchell Howell's going to come out in position number 3. Jesse Lewis in 4th. Lewis Ettinger in 5th. And Camden Johnson, unfortunately, did not get the green flag there. Is going to round out the field there in position number 6. A little bit of mayhem there. Again, these things are wild, man. These things are wild. These drivers are having some issues out there on the racetrack. Holy moly. Let's watch Slammin' Sutton wreck. Oh my gosh, Skylar Pruis, these suck. These suck. He's scared running the bottom. Hey man, I don't blame him. I think I would be. When you see like half the field just send it off the racetrack, I think it's a good idea to probably run the bottom side, or at least the middle. I mean, I don't know. That'd be pretty scary. Seeing everyone else that you're racing with just send it off the racetrack, I think you want to stick her down on the bottom side and maybe just play it a little bit smart, a little bit safe, and keep that car planted on all 4 tires, I think is the best bet.
Let's go!
Oh, that's good. That is good. Monster Energy drink coming in large again right there. Yo, Steven Fish, my boy Steven. What is good, Steven? Steven coming in, showing that love. What is good, homie? How you doing, Steven? Coming in, showing that love. What is good, my boy? What is good, homie? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready here for our A-main feature event as these drivers out on the racetrack for a quick little warm-up session. They're going to jump out onto the racetrack. They're going to make sure their cars are handling good. They're going to make sure
Let's go.
They're going to make sure everything's ready to go. All these drivers are ready to rock and roll and ready to have, you know, the best night they possibly can here. We're going to see a lot of these drivers having to move around the racetrack, probably change their lineups, and really trying to change their driving style here in the A-main, as one simple mistake, as we saw in those heat races, can send these drivers off the racetrack, and that can create a lot of mayhem, a lot of caution flags. So we're going to have to make sure that these drivers can keep it, keep it clean and keep it up there, on the high side without blowing it off the corners. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch these guys go to battle. All right, as we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here with our A-main feature event. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in as these drivers start to load into the sim down here in corner number 4, just on pit entry. As we're going to get ready to rock and roll with our starting lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose here at Lernerville Speedway for 30 laps of racing action. 30 laps here for the Mo Racers to go to battle here once again tonight, as these 360 sprint cars start to roll off the racetrack. We're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. Woo! Yo, Jesse Edmondson coming in with that like on the stream. Eric Gann coming in with that like as well. Yo, Jason W. Miller coming in, smashing that like. What is good, Jason? What is good, Eric? How you boys doing? Jesse, what is up, homie? What is up, my boy? All right, we're going to get ready here for the starting lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for these drivers, as we're going to see one wicked show here in this one. And starting on the pole in the 9A machine, that is Brad Allman. To his outside in the 17 ride, that is Jeremy Sutton. And starting inside a row number 2 in the 21 machine, that is Bill Nicholson. To his outside in the 82, that is Chris Hubble. And starting inside a row number 3 in the 8 ride, that is Michael B. Harris. To his outside in the 93, that is Mitchell Howell. Starting inside a row at number 4 in the 3 ride, that is Flying Divine. Into his outside in the 73 is Lewis Ettinger. Starting in position number 9 in the 22 ride, that is Camden Johnston. To his outside, that is Shane Gillum. Then we see Blaze Burwell, Skylar Pruitt, and Jesse Lewis rounding out our field as these drivers already beating and banging as we are green flag racing here at Lernerville Raceway. As quickly, a couple drivers bouncing around. We see Jesse Lewis park the wrong direction there. He's going to get that car pointed back and rocking and rolling up there through the middle of 1 and 2, but he's going to fall way behind here. But out in front, it is that 17 machine of Jeremy Sutton as Sutton leads the way. Sutton continuing to show these drivers how to get it done here. This track looks like it's been a little bit reset here. This track looking very, very nice and very racy right now. You see the 9A ride up on the high side, but we're going to see our first caution flag of the evening. The first caution flag is going to fly here in this one. As we'll take a look back and see what happens. It looks like possibly the 19 ride of Jesse Lewis having some more issues here. We'll take a look and see what happens. Lewis sends it into corner number 3. Right there in the middle, corner number 3 and corner number 4 goes off the racetrack into that outside wall right there on pit exit. Unfortunately for him, parked the wrong direction, trying to get that car rolling again, and those leaders coming right around. They quickly throw that caution flag, making sure that no one else gets collected in that one. We also see the 93 ride of Mitchell Howell getting some damage here, as well as Howell gonna send it off the racetrack right there. That's gonna be the big thing all night long. It's gonna be trying to keep these drivers on the racetrack. We've seen that a few times now. These drivers, unfortunately, send it in there a little bit too deep, and the 93 ride takes it just that little bit too far. Good job catching it and not going upside down, keeping that car on all 4 tires there, but a heartbreaker for the 93 riders. That's going to put him a little bit farther behind the 8 ball here and pretty deep in this one, as he's going to reload up here in that 12th position, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose. Jeremy Sutton out in front, Brad Allman there alongside him, as we are back to green flag racing. The 17 ride back out in front here, running that little bit of a slider line, entering on the bottom side, slides up the racetrack, and now we see Bill Nicholson. Bill's going to go around. He's going to go off the racetrack here. The 21 ride down off the racetrack. No caution flag, as we're going to let him play it out here. But our leader, there goes Brad Allman now off the high side. Oh no, Brad Allman having such a great run up in position number 2. He's going to blow it off the high side of the racetrack as well. And now the 17 ride of Jeremy Sutton out in front. No one there behind him, as he's got about a 1.8 second lead. Back to that 33 ride of Blaze Burwell, as Burwell has worked his way through this field quickly here. As that 33 ride already up into position number 2. Lewis Ettinger right there in that 3rd position. Then we see Chris Hubble there in 8th. Now we see Camden Johnston off the racetrack. He's going to get her back rolling and back out there as well. So Camden back out onto the racetrack there in front of Brad Allman. As man, oh man, oh man, we need to have a counter. A couple more going off the track. Chris Hubble going down and off the track here. I do believe we saw another driver down there as well. I'm not sure who that was. Camden Johnston off the track again. Oh no. Oh no, there goes our leader, Jeremy Sutton, just trying to get through these guys, trying to avoid the mayhem and the carnage that's unfolding all around this racetrack, as these drivers are slip sliding and blowing it off the racetrack here in corner number 2 like crazy, man. Corner number 2 is absolutely treacherous for these guys. These guys are having a hard time there in corner number 2, as Jeremy Sutton now out in front. Lewis Ettinger into position number 2 in that 73 ride. Flying Divine in the 3 machine there in 3rd. Shane Gillum there in 4th. And then Skylar Pruitt now into position number 5, as Pruitt has worked his way into that 5th position, but he's going to make a little bit of contact with Gillum. Gillum's going to go around the 93 ride, goes off the track again, and the caution flag is going to fly here for the 2nd time in this one. Holy moly. What is going on here, chat? What is happening in this one, man? What is going on here? Jeepers creepers. These guys are having an absolute handful with these rides out here in this one, man. Holy moly, these things are wild. All right, we're going to see Shane come into the corner here, but Skylar Pruitt's going to try to drive it in down on the bottom side and maybe try to slide up in front of him, but I think he thinks better of it. Tries to slide up right behind him, and unfortunately just mistimes it there. The 38 ride not back onto the throttle as quick as what Skylar was thinking he was going to. And then unfortunately, going to make that contact, and around goes the 38 ride. Oh, man. And then Mitchell Howell blows off the racetrack. Seeing that happen right in front of him, just trying to avoid any additional contact. Fortunately, he goes off the racetrack there as well, but he's going to stay up inside the, not inside the top 11 as he's a few laps down here. You see Bill giving him a couple little nudges there, as well as we're actually going to go back to green flag racing here as the 17 ride of Jeremy Sutton. Just keeping it nice and smart, keep hitting his marks, keep just rolling that bottom to middle side of the racetrack, staying off that high side, running some very fast laps. At that time, though, he gets up into the outside wall at a corner number 4. That's going to bring the 3 ride and the 73 right to his back bumper. As now we got a race here at the front of the field. The 73 ride of Lewis Enninger up on the high side. Here comes Flying Divine down on the bottom side as well. Jesse Lewis out of nowhere has found his way back up inside the top 5. Blaze Burwell right there in position number 5 as well, with Brad Allman there behind him. So the 17 ride is going to be very careful here. One mistake, one slip up could cost you the race here, as the 73 of Lewis Enninger up on that high side, running some good laps here, looking for a big run at a corner number 4, as we're going to see a new race leader. Lewis Enninger up on that extreme high side is going to take the lead away from the 17 machine of Jeremy Sutton, as this racetrack really starting to slick off now, and that high side really coming in strong. You see the 3 ride also getting by the 17. Here comes Jesse Lewis, as Lewis is going to try to jump up there as well. The 17 ride getting super loose there through the exits of the corners here, getting onto the throttle. That rear end really kicking out. And I think that's where he's losing a lot of his time. Just not a lot of grip on this racetrack anymore, as you see Blaze Burwell's trying to send it in there, almost goes around as well. Brad Allman's going to be able to get by him, as Allman now up inside the top 5 as Lewis Enninger leads the way. Flying Divine there in position number 2. Jesse Lewis into position number 3 here. Now Brad Allman is going to work his way around Jeremy Sutton. So Sutton from 1st to 5th here after that restart. He was looking very, very good before that restart. Had a great lead and was trying to run away with this one. And I think that caution flag really hurt him, as that brought the rest of the field back to his rear push bar. And now he's under fire by all these drivers and getting passed here by 4 cars quickly after that caution flag. But out in front, it's a battle of the leaders here, as the 73 ride of Lewis Enninger leads the way, but Flying Divine right there behind him. So is in the 19 ride of Jesse Lewis, as Lewis Enninger trying to hold on to this one. You see the 3 ride getting some big runs up there on the high side again. You saw the 73 ride, that's how he got the lead. Now the 3 ride up into the outside wall just ever so slightly. Christian Devine trying to find a way to get around him. He's side by side down into corner number 3. We're going to see a big run here out of corner number 4 as the 73 ride is going to give that lead up, as the 3 machine of Flying Divine is going to take that lead away. So a new race leader, our 3rd leader of the evening, is Flying Divine in the 3 machine, as Jesse Lewis now up on the high side. He's going to try to get around that 73 ride as well, as these laps continue to click off. We only got 5 more laps left to go in this one. Flying Divine leads the way. Now you see Lewis Enninger back up to the high side. We see the 38 ride of Shane Gillum slow on the high side of corner number 4 here. No caution flag. There's the caution flag. I think the last thing these leaders wanted to see was that caution flag, as Shane Gillum unfortunately slow up there on the exit of corner number 4, and that caution flag is going to fly for the 3rd time here tonight. Oh man, that is not what Flying Divine wanted to see. He wanted to see this one run out the rest of the way. The 38 machine having some issues here. Looks like he's going to blow it off the high side of the racetrack there in corner number 2. going to get parked down there, and then I think just slow up there on the high side of the racetrack, just trying to stay out of everyone else's way here, but hoping for that caution flag, and he's finally going to get it by the time he goes all the way around the racetrack and back down into corner number 4. As he's going to spin out again down there in the grass. Just trying to hang on to this thing. This took quite a while here for them to finally throw the caution flag. I don't know if anyone even knew he was down there. Oh, we got to get stuck up on this hill just a little bit. Okay. Getting a good look at the field here, trying to see these drivers go around corner number 3. All right, well, that's the reason for our caution flag here, our third caution flag of the evening, as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here once again. These drivers line back up, stack back up, and ready to rock and roll as we're going to set these drivers back loose. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are just tuning in, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here once again for heat race for our feature event here, as we're down to last 3 laps here. 3 more laps left to go as these drivers get ready to duke it out. Flying Divine, Lewis Ettinger, Jesse Lewis, 1, 2, and 3, as we are back to green flag racing. Some contact deeper in the field behind him as the 3 ride out in front. He's going to be looking to try to open up a huge lead here over that 73 ride. He's going to stick it up on the high side. He's going to stay up there as he's going to try to run away and not give these guys that lane that they need. Is a little bit of contact between Lewis Ettinger and Jesse Lewis as they battle back there. Now Brad Allman's going to throw his name into the ring here as the 19 ride is able to get around the 73 of Lewis Ettinger. As Ettinger loose up there on the high side. Now the 9 ride of Brad Allman's going to try to make the pass for second, but we got a battle at the front as the 19 ride took a look down low as the white flag's been thrown one more time into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. It's going to be Flying Divine picking up the checkered flag here in this one. Jesse Lewis coming home in second with Lewis Ettinger there in position number 3. Brad Allman, unfortunately, having a great run, blew it off the edge of the racetrack. But ladies and gentlemen, give it up here for Mr. Flying Divine as he's going to park it down here in the Lernerville victory lane.
Let's go.
These things do not have great brakes as you saw the 73 ride slide in there, make a little bit of aftermath contact with that 3 ride. But man, oh man, oh man, Flying Divine getting it done. But Jesse Lewis giving it a good shot there in that 19 ride as he tried to make that pass on the bottom side late in the race there after that white flag was thrown. Unfortunately, not enough grip down there. Couldn't get it to stick, and that high side paying off late in this one for the 3 machine of Christian Divine as he picks up the checkered flag here tonight, man. What a run and what a race. Lewis Ettinger coming home in 3rd there after getting bounced around a little bit, hitting that outside wall a few times, having a great run. And we'll take a look back and see what happens here as Brad Allman was having a good run, was looking to try to make something happen, to try to jump back up inside the top 3. And right there at a corner number 2, he's going to blow it off the end of the racetrack, and then he's going to go for a little bit of a spill there as well. Almost goes down to the trailers in the boats down there. Fortunately for him, he catches it, but unfortunate, he's going to slide back into position number 11, and that's a tough break there after looking to have a great run for that 9A ride. Back into position number 11 for Brad Allman after going off the racetrack on that last lap. But man, oh man, ladies and gentlemen, give it up here for Mr. Flying Divine. Christian Divine getting it done here in this one, picking up the checkered flag, man. What a run and what a race here for Mr. Flying Divine. Yo, Justin Toll, my boy Justin coming in with the 50-star dono. What is good, Justin? Justin coming in, showing that love, baby. Much love, homie. Much love. Coming in, smashing that 50-star dono. Yuck, sprint cars, I know, right? I know. Sprint cars are rough, but they are crazy to try to race. They're fun every once in a while to mix things up, that's for certain. It's kind of like every once in a while running some pavement racing, you know? It's kind of just mixes it up, you know, a little bit of fun. But yeah, these things are, they're wild, man. They're a whole different breed of race cars, and they're pretty crazy. They're pretty crazy, man. We saw some craziness happen here tonight. Yo, Ethan Dory, what is good, Ethan? Ethan coming in, smashing that like on the stream as well. What is good, Ethan? How you doing, my boy? Coming in, showing that love on the stream. What is good, homie? All right, ladies and gentlemen, Woo! Give it up there for our race winner, Mr. Flying Divine, as Divine picks up the checkered flag here in this one, getting the job done and picking up a perfect run here and picking up that checkered flag, man. A race that I thought, honestly, that we were going to see Jeremy Sutton kind of dominate. Unfortunately for him, having some issues later on in this one, sliding back ever so slightly, man. It looked like Sutton was going to have a great run and be able to pick up a checkered flag here tonight. But coming back, finishing strong, still up inside the top 5 in that 4th position. Then Skylar Pruitt rounding out our top 5. Bill Nicholson, Chris Hubble, Mitchell Howell, Blaze Burwell, Michael B. Harris rounding out our top 10. Then we saw Brad Allman, Shane Gilliam, and Camden Johnston. And Johnston, driver that we normally see always do good in pretty much anything he gets behind the wheel of. And unfortunately here tonight in this one, the 22 ride, just not quite on it here, as these sprint cars proved a little bit difficult here for pretty much every driver in the field. I don't know if we had any driver without any issues out there. I mean, we saw quite a few of them go over the racetrack. I think maybe Jeremy Sutton was the only one did not blow it off the racetrack here tonight. Maybe Chris Hubble as well. I don't know, man. That was crazy. That was some craziness right there, Chad. That was some craziness right there. As we're going to pull our race winner up here into the broadcast booth. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up here for Mr. Flying Divine, as we're going to pull Christian up into the broadcast booth right here, right now, for his post-race interview. Hey, Christian, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, Flying Divine, my boy, getting it done here tonight. That 3-ride park down here in Victory Lane. How does it feel?
It feels well earned, I should say.
Absolutely.
Man, I had some trouble at the beginning and had to drive all the way back up.
Absolutely, man. This was a very hard racetrack, and these sprint cars are always a handful no matter where we go. But we saw a lot of drivers have issues here tonight, as trying to just hold that high side with these things and throwing it in there just that little bit too deep. We saw a lot of drivers blow it off the banking here and go down the hill and have some issues. But luckily enough, you were able to collect yourself and get things back rocking and rolling. Try to change your line just a little bit there, as you saw a lot of drivers starting to move towards the middle throughout the middle portion of that race. But there at the end, found something again up there on that extreme high side. He started running that cushion again. Seemed like the car was a little bit more glued there once the racetrack got more slicked off. And then we saw you pass that 73 ride up there using that high side, getting some great runs and being able to run away with this one and pick up a checkered flag here at Lernerville. Man, take us back through that race and how you got it done here tonight.
Yeah, after I fell back, I was like kind of worried, and then like 3 cars fell off the side of the track, and I was like, there's hope. And then we got a caution, and Jeremy, after it flicks off, he even said, he's like, as soon as it flicks off, I'm probably going to go backwards. And Lewis was fast, and I think his only mistake is Jesse got up there behind, or me and Jesse was behind him, and he went to kind of stay low, maybe to keep Jesse behind him, and I just got around him just enough, and I think he just started overdriving himself probably.
Absolutely, and I mean, that's exactly what you want to see in the rear view mirrors. Those guys go to battle there behind you. You saw that white flag fly. We saw the 19 ride try to throw it in there and get one last shot at you to try to make that pass. Unfortunately, though, you were hooked up there on the high side with a big run down the backstretch, and you were able to pull away from them nice and easy and smooth through 3 and 4 and cruise yourself down here to Victory Lane, man. Flying Divine, a great run, a great drive here tonight, man. Who would you like to thank for such a wicked run here tonight in that 3 machine?
Just want to thank everybody that races with us, you for broadcasting it, because nobody would see it if you didn't broadcast it. And just Flying Divine Designs, we do great paints here, as we can see.
Absolutely, my boy. Absolutely. Well, Flying Divine, congratulations on picking up the checkered flag here tonight, my boy. Hopefully, we'll see you back down here in Victory Lane next Monday, as it's always good to talk to you up here in the broadcast booth, and always nice to see you down here in Victory Lane.
I hope so.
You have yourself a wonderful night, my boy.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Mr. Flying Divine as Flying Divine picking up the checkered flag here tonight in that 3 machine. But now we're going to pull our second place finisher up into the broadcast booth. It's that 19 ride of Mr. Jesse Lewis, as Lewis coming home here in position number 2, as I do believe we got our third place finisher. Actually doesn't look like Jesse Lewis is in the Discord, so it looks like we're going to bring in our third place finisher, Lewis Ettinger, here up into the broadcast booth here. So ladies and gentlemen, give it up for that 73 machine of Lewis Ettinger as he comes home in position number 3 here tonight. Hey Lewis, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
Lewis, my boy, a great run and a great drive here tonight, man. We saw you jump up to the front, lead a few laps, but man, oh man, this racetrack seemed like it was pretty difficult all night long for all these drivers as the track continued to change, continued to get tougher, and we saw some drivers, not have as much luck in the slick, and we saw a lot of drivers blowing it over the banking, trying to run that high side even when it was still tacky. We saw a lot of mayhem and a lot of misfortune here tonight, but somehow or another you were able to get that 73 ride after going around a couple times there and off the racetrack yourself. You were able to work yourself back up through the field here and pick up a solid podium finish in that 73 ride, man. Take us back through this race and how you ended up here on the podium.
Just being patient, riding the high side. That's all, and trying to just be patient on the throttle if you're running in the slick. Because here, if you're loose getting in or loose in the center, your car's just gonna go over the bank. And I learned a lot through the heat race and practice and stuff that, like turn 1 and 2, the entry is way different than 3 and 4. 3 and 4 you can drive it way harder. 1 and 2 you gotta I don't know, sometimes hit the brakes a couple times to get it to rotate or let off completely and waiting for the car to rotate. It was weird. Each lap was different. You just had to play a guessing game the whole time. And I didn't need that I think it was the first caution I didn't need because I started to get Jesse a little, and or not Jesse, Jeremy. And I started catching him and stuff really slow, but I was going to have enough time to get there. And the caution came out, and I finally got by him, and I saw the gap, and I got a little too comfortable when I was in the lead, just around the middle, just trying to get the laps done at ASAP. And I don't know, I think we didn't have a caution. They just caught me, and I just ran out of talent there. And then I tried to slide up in front of, who was it? I don't remember who it was. I slid up in front of them, almost put them in the wall, or I did put them in the wall. And same thing with Jesse. And I looked in my mirror, I got my mirror on, and I'm like, oh, I got time, but then I second guessed myself, then I did it, and then I was like, well, I shouldn't do that. I don't normally race like that, but I raced too dirty and trying to play defense because I really want to win. I'm sick of, I say it every time, sucks finishing second and third.
Yeah.
When you do it so many times.
Exactly, it definitely does, man. But hey, it means that you're headed in the right direction. You're continuing to have these good solid runs, and these wins are going to come for you here soon enough, my boy. Is another great run here tonight, another good show, and such tough conditions, man, especially when this racetrack got so slicked off. And these things are a whole different game. These things are completely different than any of the other dirt cars that we normally are in, and they're pretty wild out there. And this racetrack is very, very tough, and we saw that here tonight as some of the even the best drivers that we see in these sprint cars or anything else throughout the night having issues. When you see Brad Almond and Camden Johnston, Blaze Burwell all having issues here throughout the evening, going over the racetrack and getting collected in other wrecks and everything else, really shows just how difficult this track is.
Yeah, I was thinking while I was in the lead, I was like, man, Blaze ain't up here, Camden's not. I don't think he was racing. I was like, if I get to the front, I'll have a good chance. Yeah, okay.
Well, I know one of these days, man, you're going to be able to get it done. But and tonight, not the night, as another good run, though, for that 73 team as you come home in position number 3 here once again. Still a great drive and a great run. Lewis, who would you like to thank for such a wicked drive here in this one?
Thanks, Jeremy. You for streaming. Jeremy for the sign up the league, every season, every weekend, or Mondays. And my family for always backing me up for doing this iRacing stuff, and just everyone that watches.
Beauty. Well, Lewis, congrats on the third place run here tonight, my boy. Hopefully you have yourself a wonderful evening, and hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth next Monday, and hopefully a couple spots better and maybe finally down here in Victory Lane.
Thanks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for the 73 machine of Lewis Ettinger. Ettinger coming home there in position number 2 as we're going to pull in, I don't know, is that Scoutmaster Ron? I don't know if that is, I don't know if that's Jesse Lewis or not. Is that Jesse Lewis? Not sure. We're gonna find out. I think we have our second place finisher now, the 19 ride of Jesse Lewis up in the broadcast booth here. So we're gonna pull the 19 ride up here for his post-race interview. So ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the 19 machine of Jesse Lewis as he comes home in position number 2 here. We're gonna pull him up here into the broadcast booth. Hey Jesse, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Yes, sir, I do. How you doing?
Not too bad. Jesse, my boy, what a wild race here, man. We saw a lot of mayhem, a lot of, oopsie daisies around the racetrack. Guys just sending it in there a little bit too far, sliding off the racetrack. As everyone kind of had their handfuls in this one, and somehow or another you're able to work that 19 ride back up through the field here a couple times, and we're able to pick up a solid second place run, but without giving a challenge there to that 3 ride of Flying Divine there at the final lap. Try to get a good run on the bottom side, just unfortunately nothing there for you as they got that big run up on the high side and was able to pick this one up. Do you think you had something there for Flying Divine if you were able to maybe get back up to the high side and run a few laps behind him and wait for that opening to try to get around that 3 machine?
I think I would have, well, this is just speculating, but had I have not got into it with Louis in the 3 and 4, I probably would have had a pretty good run. I was just getting a little over anxious because I took a little hiatus for a while. I haven't been playing haven't been racing at all. And so I was nervous anyways about taking somebody out. But just trying not to jump the gun and trying to run it in there just so he knows that I was there.
Absolutely, man. And as you said, that little bit of contact a couple times there trying to make the pass on the 73 ride definitely hurt you. Scrubbed a little bit of speed off, maybe, messed up corner entry in 1 and 2, and that was the big thing there. We saw a lot of drivers go off the racetrack in corner number 1 and 2, and when you make that little bit of contact with the outside wall and it messes up that entry, it could really, end your night in a quick hurry. We saw Brad Allman there at the end, unfortunately, go off the racetrack in 1 and 2, and he went from, position number 4 all the way back to 11th, and that's just how quickly it can end your night, and that's the last thing you wanted to see late in this race as you're having yourself a great run and a great drive, and we're able to come home still with a solid second place finish here in this one.
Like you said, this track is completely different than any other. I mean, running on the top and 1 and 2 is kind of a gamble if it's slick. Even running on the bottom is kind of a gamble because if you go for a slider and you can't get shut down quick enough, you're going to drive right into whoever's in front of you. And 3 and 4, it's usually not bad. I mean, as you've seen tonight, it has a pretty good cushion, so you can really rip around the lip on that. But coming back through the pack was a little bit difficult because in these cars you can't see anything out of the right side if you're rotating on a corner, so you're just playing a guessing game at that point.
Absolutely, man. These cars definitely difficult in this racetrack. Oh, so tough. But, man, a great run here for yourself tonight. A solid second place run. Jesse, who would you like to thank here for such a strong performance here in this one?
Jeremy for coordinating all the racing stuff every Monday, keeping all the guys together. You for broadcasting. Anybody else that does anything for the league, just it's mostly for them. And then for my wife for putting up with me yelling and screaming halfway across the house while she's watching TV.
Absolutely. Man, well, a great run, a great drive here tonight, man. Hopefully we'll see you back down here in the broadcast booth next Monday. Maybe one spot better, as it'd be nice to see that 19 ride back up here in Victory Lane.
Oh, definitely. That'd be fantastic.
Well, Jesse, have yourself a wonderful evening, my boy, and enjoy a solid second place run here tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for that 19 machine of Jesse Lewis, as Lewis was able to come home there in position number 2. Man, a great run and a great drive there for that the 19 ride. Yo, Andy, Mr. Faber coming in, smashing that like on the stream. What is good, Andy? What is good, my boy? Coming in, showing that love on the stream. What is good, homie? All right, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, that is gonna do it here tonight for the racing action. As man, that was a bit of a blast, man. That was a little bit wild out there. These guys put on a bit of a crazy run here in this one, man. These guys were absolutely wild out there, as we saw a lot of drivers have, not a lot of issues, but quite a few issues out there on the racetrack, as we saw these guys, bouncing around and, beating and banging and battling all around the racetrack, and we saw some craziness unfold. We definitely saw quite a bit of craziness happen out there in this one, as these drivers were, battling nonstop all around the racetrack and putting on a heck of a show here for us. One heck of a run, but unfortunately, my hat's a little crooked here. At least it looks crooked from there. I don't know. Hats are so weird because everything's backwards in these dang cameras. But man, a great run nonetheless. Road to Pro starts this Thursday. Woohoo! Let's go, Mitchell. Little Road to Pro. Man, that would be fun to try to do, man, but I am absolute trash panda in any kind of pavement stuff, but that would be fun. That would be fun to try to do. Maybe next year or something, probably get quite a bit of practice in, a lot of bit of laps in and everything else there with those before I ever try to do that stuff. You guys are pros in that stuff, man. I don't know how you guys can run so fast in those trucks and all these other pavement cars and stuff. I don't know how you guys do it, man. I feel like I'm running it to the limits where the car is, I'm trying to run the exact same lines. I'm like hitting the same throttle points and brake points and everything else. Somehow you guys just have it just that much better and that much quicker, where, you're that 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, a second faster than me. And I just can't keep up with you guys. We tried it that one night, man, and I just could not do it in those trucks. I mean, it was the first time I ever ran that racetrack, so I mean, that was also some of my problem, but I mean, that was a lot of fun, man. That was a good time. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the racing action here tonight. These guys putting on a heck of a show, a heck of a drive here for us in this one. A lot of mayhem, a lot of carnage, a lot of awesome racing action. But unfortunately, we're going to have to call it there on that one. Hopefully, you guys have yourselves a wonderful evening. I hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful night. And I will see you guys tomorrow evening. I don't know. Well, we don't have anything planned tomorrow evening. We do have a new Tuesday night league kicking off, not this Tuesday, obviously not tomorrow, but next Tuesday. I do believe it's the 21st. I'm pretty sure it's the 21st that we get a new series, a new league starting up on Tuesday nights. We also got our Friday night league that's going to be, doing another recruitment race this week. And then next week, we're going to start off with that. So we got a couple new series kicking off, a couple new big things coming together, and more things in the works. And we're going to continue to build and get more and more leagues and more races in. And we're going to continue putting out some wicked racing content. But anyways, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful evening. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow night for, I don't know, maybe some racing myself. Maybe I'll get behind the wheel myself. Maybe we'll jump in and do some more Hogwarts or Call of Duty or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. We'll get something planned for tomorrow night, and we'll get something rocking and rolling, and try to get some good content out tomorrow evening. But anyways, guys, thank y'all for tuning in this one. Hopefully, you guys have yourself a wonderful night and have a wonderful evening. Peace out, baby. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what a race, man. What a race. Oh!